Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like a personal reading, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of July, I'm offering two special tarot offers. One is called Soulbound, and it's a reading that puts the focus into relationship dynamics, in particular into the soul bonding aspect, soulmate archetype energy here within present relationships and the possible future ones that you might be attracting. And the other one is called Time Machine, which is a reading that is reflective of how past experiences might still consciously and unconsciously of importance and determining both present and future possibilities. So if you would like to know more info about those specials or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Virgo, I really feel like the energy of Virgo here for the month of July, it's connected with a certain process some of you are undergoing. And this is the key word I keep getting for you, is process. So things are still occurring. Things are still kind of unraveling here for some of you. And this is a period of time where you might be both feeling the best and the worst qualities that change can bring into our field of experience, which means that you might, during the month of July, feel peaks of experience where change brings hope, brings desire, excitement, brings a lot of sense of direction, brings a sense of liberation, of freedom, because possibilities create a sense of freedom, because we can suddenly understand that there's something beyond our present circumstances that lies out there, and we can achieve it, we can create it, we can go after it. And then feeling the worst side of changes, which is fear of the unknown, fear of letting go, fear of endings, fear of things falling apart, fear of the destructive element that inherently exists within changes, which is exactly what the Tower teaches us. So the Tower is in your conscious position. So you're very aware of this Tower during the month of July, which means that some of you are aware of forces beyond your control that are occurring within, again, the field of experiences you are involved with. There are things that some of you might be going through and watching as well, happening around you, in which you might be understanding, right, that those things need to happen and there's nothing you can do to stop them from happening. It really feels like this energy of some type of, there's a quality of faded energy, let's say, to some of the experiences of turmoil or upheaval, change, or surprise, just plain surprises that might be manifested for your life during this period of time, that even though they might be upsetting or just bringing you that sense of I don't know how to say the word in English, but that is that sense of this sense of this anxiety about what's about to happen or what will have to happen after this. How will we rebuild or find a way back to put things in the right place after whatever this tornado is or this turmoil is, this changes, disrupt how things have been. And I feel like more than an outer experience of change, it can be an outer experience, but for most of you, this is an internal earthquake, which means that it's something that you need to be free from. Look at this Three of Swords, and it actually did, I don't read reversals, but it did show up this way, which means that for me, looking at this lineup of cards, it's being free, liberated in the heart place, in this heart space of yours, of whatever emotional pain, suffering, past experiences that were hurtful, that were wrong, that brought betrayal, that brought disappointment, that brought a sense of emotional distrust in yourself and in others and in life. Whatever this is that's still afflicting you internally needs to be removed. It's like the surgery from the universe, really taking out of your heart the swords that you are not letting go of. So for me, there's an energy about July for Virgos that can be as intense as you are aware of your internal process, so that you understand that the feelings or the things you are being called to let go of are for your highest good. So you can have this, the star in the soul position. There's this bright energy about you, Virgo. There's this healing, soothing, beautiful, special, magical force guiding you to allow the changes of whatever destruction you are observing, because after the tower comes the star. There's hope, there's light. Keep following the dreams, keep following the truth, keep following what you know is in alignment with your purpose, what you know is right for you and for those you love. Which means that some of you, I feel like it's not the fact that you have not been doing the right things, is the fact that you have not been doing, what is truthful for you, for your internal being. You have not been giving yourself the things you need to let go of this, because you are very afraid to let go of this, because this has defined you. This has become a part of your being, and now that you're being called to be free from this so you can be happy and proud and successful and have the victory and the energy of achievement, of others really understanding what you're about, of others really loving you beyond measure, of others appreciating you in ways that maybe you haven't felt before. You need to, in order to achieve this, you need to let go of the Three of Swords in the Tower. Because, you can have the world awing at you, on their knees for you, and still, while you have this, you won't feel it. You won't feel love, you won't feel capable, you won't feel like things are moving in a positive direction, because the change you need inside is not taking place. And so whatever is happening on the outside that might be very good, very fortunate, very, very, very positive, you won't see the blessings you're being given. Now, I feel like this is a part of some of you having the tower in the conscious and the star in the soul. Means that actually some of you are finally ready. There's always going to depend on how, where you are in this process. For some of you, it will be the scenario that I just explained. For others of you, you are more than ready and welcoming, this change, this positive, beautiful, creative change. It could be about your creative self as well. You're welcoming the changes after this, because this is in the conscious position, so most of you are aware of what the tower means. An experience in your life that has created a disruption, a separation. It could be an actual separation of a relationship, or an attachment to an old one, or to an old way of being that's not the right way of being. What I want to say about that, not the right way of being, is that this is not who you are. But it's, for some of you, it's who you decided to become. I keep getting the feeling like the thing is, you're being called to allow the change, promote the change, be all about the change, because this is becoming toxic, and some of you are going to have some effects showing up of how severe the damage of this can be. So you're being called, it's like a wake-up call as well, like a scare, a fear of some sorts, to wake up to a certain truth that life is good and that life is so much better than what you are currently seeing it as. So July, it's a month of contrast for Virgo, as I said, because it's not going to be an easy pick here. I feel like some of you have, you are in between worlds, and this is why the key word for you is process. It's because you have a part of you into the future, which is a star, and you have a part of you that's still very anchored in the past experiences. And what you're being called to do, it's hard. But I also feel like you can ease your being into those changes, deep changes you're being called to make, by first giving in to those things that are sources of light, sources of inspiration, sources of dreams, and things that make you feel, that you're flowing, with your own original thinking. It's dedicating yourself completely to the art of creating from your being, that I feel can be very healing and therapeutic for some of you. It's like medicine. Creation for Virgo energy, it's medicine during this period of time. I also feel like pursuing dreams, causes, helping those in need with your insight, with your experience, putting yourself out there, because this is a very public combination. The Star and the Six of Wands is a very public combination. So for Virgos that desire or need more attention, right, from the public, because of whatever they are doing professionally, or because of what they want to do professionally, like take on hobbies and make them a possible source of income or a possible source of future career development, is like, put yourself out there, because you don't see yourself as you are. People see you as you are in the month of July. You don't see yourself this way. Some of you might even be getting in the way of your success, which means that because of your doubts, because of your fears, because of your insecurities, you might be losing chances to get yourself in alignment with the highest purpose you have here in life, which is the Star. For me, it's the highest purpose we can have. It's an energy of discovery of our powerful talents, things we were given at birth, at the time of birth, things that we incarnate here with. It's not things the Star is those talents that are inherent, things we don't know why, but we come at a very early age with those signs that this is what you need to pursue, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to learn more from, this is what you need to express. So it's a very interesting month for some of you Virgos to discover a lot about you and about your mission as well, I feel. Now, others of you, again, it's all about changes. It's all about promoting internal and outer change. Some of you are being called to change the way you appear in the world, to change your wardrobe, to change the way you present yourself, to change your hair, your clothes, the things that are about your old self, the old identification. I really think that you need the stimulus as well of besides the internal energy, you also need the stimulus of changing things around you that are reminders of the past. Everything dealing with the past, I feel currently for Virgo energy, is detrimental. You're all about the future here. Others of you, I think you're waiting upon something to happen, but it might still be in this early stage. You might still need to wait a little bit for whatever this is that you keep wishing it would happen right now. Remember, the word here is process. So things are still unfolding. You can't expect, because the things that are changing for Virgo, they are about your fundamental, self. Your foundations are shaking and have been shaking for a long time. And now, after the Tower, into the Star, you're finally going to be able to take a look on what's left and take on situations from that point. Because I think that there might be this last experience happening during this period of time where it's like the final cut of some sorts, the final decision, the final um, moment where things are clear for you. The truth is clear for you. The truth is in the open for you. You can see now things you haven't been able to see before. For others of you Virgos, this is about truth. Some of you are going to be confronted with a truth you don't expect, or with a truth that is very different from the one you have conceived before. Some of you, there's a lot of energy here about sincerity, being sincere, being honest, being forthcoming, and transparent. Because remember, the Star, this is why she always appears in the majority of decks, she appears naked. This is about being the naked version of you. To not be afraid to show yourself, show your emotions, your ideas and thoughts as they are. You also might be tested here with the truth, in saying the truth or hiding something. And again, I think that the majority of you are being called to be transparent, because deceiving or lies, even if you think you're lying for a good reason, this energy might be hard to cover up as you go along. Now, others of you, there's a lot of options as well you are contemplating, and there's still this pondering period, and this might be afflictive for some of you that want definition. You want, a decisive energy to guide you, to tell you go here or go there, and you're still here dealing with a lot of things. Again, don't expect things to happen immediately all at once, because you wouldn't be able to digest it. You wouldn't be able to manage if they did. Because again, the things you're dealing with are of major importance, of major major experiences in your life, transforming you into a new state of being. So it's already intense as it is for some of you. Imagine if things would happen with that fast pace some of you demand. In a way, it would. I also feel like some of you need to, I feel like some of you Virgos are panicking, or have a tendency here during this period of time to be panicking so much, thinking about the worst things, thinking about, having this good relationship or this good moment, this good event or circumstance arising, and immediately, instead of giving into the good feeling, you're thinking already about the end of it. Some of you are dealing with this, not enjoying things in the moment, not, giving in to the process you are in or the things that happen, already thinking about the worst, or already thinking about when it's going to end, and the pain you're going to suffer and all of that stuff. So the negative projection, the negative imprint in some of you, this is a general reading, it's not for all of you, but for some of you, the negative imprint, it's still more important, more, it's the source that it's guiding you more, the negative imprint, than the possible future positive one. Some of you are though going to have moments of I think moments of fun and enjoyment. Again, but in order to have that, I think that you really need to let go. Let go of expectations of what's going to be or not to be. You don't know that. That's the amazing thing of being in the moment, is that you don't know what's going to come out of it. You need to trust that good things happen. This is a part of life, because it is, and we can't sugarcoat this. But this is also a part of life. This is also a part of life. But do you believe this is a part of life as well? Do you put as much focus into this as you put into this? So during the month of July, when you're faced with a challenging situation, think about this. Do you put the same amount of gratitude into the good things you're having, of love, of investment, of vision into the good things, the optimistic side of you? Or do you only see the worst, the disasters, the flaws, the endings of, I think that some of you are marked by some sort of ending, right? Or ending energy that has really caused you over time, especially for Virgos, this is not you, it has caused so much doubt into the future promises. It's like living in this very gray area where things are not as colorful or as fun or as inspirational, because you see gray, everything is like of a grayish tone, when actually it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You paint as well, you co-create as well with the colors you want, with the energies you want, with the thoughts you want. You have a choice there. It's hard because it demands this superation of the self, right? To go beyond the self, the little self, to the highest. But it's practice, it's training. I think that you're training here to see beyond the negative, to see beyond the flaws, and to trust your future, and that your future is bright, and that your future is great. And as you go into August, having the Six of Wands, the majority of you that apply, that work hard to be free from what you need to be free, to get better at something you want to get better at, those that put the hard work into anything, August is going to bring success to you, and it's going to bring the positive result of that hard work. Some of you might just be feeling weird, or just weird, again, due to the very extreme energy some of you might be going through. You might be feeling this weirdness about the month, not really knowing how to define how you feel the moment you are in, what's your future plans. You're just still circling here around a lot of experiences of confusion. You might feel like your life is a little bit upside down. There's a lot of question marks for Virgo as well during the month of July. And I also want to say that be careful with wanting to outsmart people, or people wanting to outsmart you. There's something here about mental games, or mental competition, like who is smart, who is smarter, who is more intelligent, who has the upper hand here in whatever this competitive word flavor is about. It's like an energy of Virgos being involved in something that challenges their ego, but the ego is associated with the mind, is associated here with the notion of how much you know or you don't know compared to someone else. But be careful, because this might be creating as well a tendency to be involved in dynamics during the month of July, where either people are puppeting you, using you, in a way like a toy, or where you are doing this, because I keep getting a sense that there's a cautionary energy here as well for Virgo to not use people as puppets, which means that Sometimes we use people without knowing we are using them or wanting to use them, but it's just the fact that we are hooking up with someone just to distract ourselves. Uh, this is a pattern that we follow, and that it's wrong, because we should be connecting with someone because we truthfully desire it, to deal with this person, to hear this person, to pay attention to this person, not just because we want to be distracted or take our minds off from the problem. So be careful with this, and as well in allowing others to do this to you. So I hope you have a great month, Virgo. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.